New Gallup poll out on vacation habits of Americans, and they found the least surprising thing in history. So they asked people, do you always make time, or they said just as a statement, you always make time for regular trips or vacations with friends and family? And then people either had to agree or disagree. So they broke it down by income bracket, and come to find out, if you make over $120,000 a year, so a good amount of money, you agree with taking vacations and relaxing with your friends and family 64% of the time. Okay, how about if you make $48,000 to $89,000? 56% of the time you agree with taking vacations and relaxing. Interesting. And then when you get to the lower income bracket, so income less than $24,000 a year, only 33% of the time you make time for regular trips or vacations with friends and family. So do you see what's going on here? The more money you make, the more you can say, well, yeah, of course I make time for regular trips and vacations with my friends and family. Of course I like relaxing. But when you ask the lower income people, they're like, dude, I got no fucking time to relax. I got to work all the time. I got 2 jobs going or 3 jobs going. I got no free time whatsoever. I'm just trying to keep these fucking lights on and make sure I could pay for my kids' college. So there's a clear issue in America where leisure, relaxation, vacation time is a luxury for the rich now. It's not something that we've built into society as something any normal human should be able to take advantage of and should be able to have. It's something that's becoming a luxury. So here's why this is fascinating. I want to give you the conclusion of the report here from Gallup, and they also reference other research, I should add. They conclude about their numbers, quote, regardless of income, Americans who make time for vacations or trips with family and friends have higher overall well-being than those who don't. You don't say. Some studies suggest that vacation time has positive effects on the brain and the heart. You don't say. And could ultimately lower healthcare costs, which would be good news for employers. Yet again, you don't say. They continue, research shows a link between taking vacations and well-being, and it suggests that employers may benefit from encouraging their workers to make time for regular trips. Higher well-being predicts key business outcomes such as lower absenteeism and turnover, as well as fewer workplace safety accidents. Employers may want to arrange for workers to take paid time off. And the end there is where we enter Naivesville. See, this is what you see from a lot of otherwise well-meaning Americans who don't really follow this stuff in detail. They have this like idea of, well, I don't understand. Why don't these people just take more vacation time? I don't get it. Because they don't make enough money to do that. They want to do it, but they can't do it because they got all these bills they have to afford, and they make no money when they bust their ass at work. I mean, I love the idea that they're like casually suggesting to employers, like, hey guys, it might be a good idea just to let you know you might want to give these people some time off. As if the employers, it would occur to them like, well, golly, you don't say, Fred, fantastic idea. Let me go ahead and give these guys more time off. No, what they're trying to do is squeeze every single penny out of these people. They don't give a shit about their health or their well-being. Oftentimes, some businesses take life insurance policies out on their people, and then when they die, they make a lot of money off of them. This was a big scandal with Walmart, so they don't give a shit about your health, because if you die, if you get sick, they end up making money anyway. The problem is the way the system is structured. What we need to do is what every other modern industrial nation has done, where they say, look, man, in a civilized society, certain things are off the table. The idea that you should get 4 to 6 weeks off paid by law, that's like a common sense thing. Like, to be against that is to just be really inhuman in a way, and immoral and unethical. I mean, there was a article in the New York Times, I believe it was in the 19-teens, written by conservative Republican Taft, the President Taft, and he said, Well, I think that everybody should get 3 months off paid by law. So in the 19-teens, that was the conservative Republican position. The leadership of the conservative movement, the leadership said, yeah, everybody should get 3 months off paid by law. Today, if a Democrat proposes that idea, they would be called communists and laughed out of town. But even bringing up 6 weeks is like, oh my God, what are you, some kind of crazy socialist? No. Let's all stop fucking around here, man, with these crazy labels that we slap on things. To say that we should have by law at least 3 or 4 weeks off that paid, I don't see how anybody who gives a shit about humanity can be against that. It seems clear, it seems obvious that we're not machines. You're not just a spoke in a wheel, a spoke in a machine where you have to do the same thing over and over. Shut the fuck up. Don't think, don't have feelings. No, you have feelings and you have passions and you have dreams and you have wishes. And you should be able to pursue those things in your downtime if you can't do them when you're at work.